What's up everyone? Welcome back to another vlog. Today we're going to do an install and a review on black oak LED 2-inch pods, and I'm going to set them up with the Evo brackets for under the windshield for the Jeep Wrangler JK. If you're wondering why my voice is so rasped today, follow my Snapchat and you would know. Alright, so first we're going to open up the Evo brackets. Got these on northridge4x4.com. Got here in 2 days really fast, and they're only $28 for the brackets. Like I said, they sit under the lower windshield, lower portion of the windshield. See there? The A-pillar mount. So yeah, pretty basic. They're just an 8-pillar bracket mount. Got the little logo on there, but they got the 2 mounting holes for on the Jeep and then the 1 mounting hole for the actual light itself. Powder coated black, so you won't even notice them. I'm not endorsed by Evo at all, but I always buy their products because they are American made and they're really high quality. So pretty inexpensive, $28 for 2 little brackets. Alright, so now we're going to open up the 2-inch pods that I got from Black Oak LED. These are the 5-watt OSRAM LEDs. If you want to know the difference between OSRAM and Cree LEDs, Black Oak has a great article on their website explaining the difference between the two and the benefits between the two and which one is right for you. I'll link that in the description below. I also have a coupon code for you guys, really excited about that. It's VANV39, and I'll also put that in the description below. But let's open these up and see what we got included in the box. So first off, what I like is they include a full wiring harness for each light, including a switch. So that makes wiring a lot easier. They've got the power, the ground, they've got the relay switch, a fuse. So you've got everything you need right there in the box. You don't have to do any wiring yourself unless you need to extend it for whatever those cases may be, but it looks like the wiring's really long. I did get the black housing ones. I didn't do the amber. This is just a little protective blue screen that we'll take that little sticker off once we install them, but we'll keep it on for now to keep them from getting scratched. But I did do the black housing, so you won't notice them too much when they're on the Jeep, which is what I kind of like. I like kind of that stealth look, if you haven't noticed. So they've got this nice adapter that plugs into the wiring harness, and then all you gotta do is wire them up to the battery, ground it, and install your switch wherever that may be. So these are pretty nice. They're an aluminum housing. Like I said, these are the 5-watt OSRAM LEDs, but these are really nice. I really like the quality of these. Let's see if there's anything else in here. There's nothing else in that one. Let's open up this one. Assuming it's probably the same thing. Aha, it's the same, but there's a black oak LED sticker in there. That's always nice. And here is the other one. Like I said, these are really high quality. I love the aluminum frame that they come in. Should mount up pretty nice. And we've got the other wiring harness. So what we'll do is we'll just have to connect them because I don't want to have 2 switches for 2 lights. I just want 1 switch because I want them to come out at the same time. So we'll just have to connect them, wire them off the same kit. And they do actually, I noticed today, I went on their website today, they do make a kit that you can order when you're on there. That way you can run the wires together and you can run up to 4 lights off of 1 wiring harness, and they'll send you that harness for those lights. I still need to get a spod. If you don't know what a spod is, it's pretty much a power distribution block. That way you have 1 power cord, 1 ground cord, and then you have all your accessories like your lockers, your lights, your winch, any of that stuff can run off of the spod. So it's this box, it's like a relay fuse box that you put separately in your Jeep. And you run all your accessories to that, and then you just run one wire to the battery. So down the road we'll be getting that once I get more accessories on there, but I only have these so far, so don't really need it yet, but I will be getting one down the road. So let's begin the install. Alright, so using your T30 Torx bit, you're going to get the 2 bolts off on the A-pillar mount, and then we're actually going to take off the cowl that goes where the windshield wipers are also, because we're going to run the wires under through there and then to the dash from there. So we'll take off that piece as well. Alright, so like I said, the Black Oak LED, they send 2 harnesses, 1 for each light, or when you're on their website, you can order a harness that is cut for 2 lights. So I've got a lot of extra wiring, so all I did was cut the plug. Let's see, where is it? Not the plug, but I cut the connector from the second harness, and we're just going to tie this one into the first harness. So we're going to do that. We're going to run the passenger one over to the driver's side, and that's where we'll plug it into the original harness. And then we got to run our power wire back to the battery, and then we're going to run our 3 wires into the cab of the vehicle, and then that will be where our switch is to turn the lights on. So we'll get to wiring these up.
The other side stays live, stays live. I've got to keep it together, keep it together. Keep it together. See you on the other side. Stays live. Stays live.
Alright, so we pretty much got everything ran, got the wires pulled through so that I could run the switch. So you can see there's this hole that you can run the wires through. So that's how I got the wires through from the hood. And then I've got everything wired up here. I've got a lot of extra wire here, so I need to figure out what to do with that. But they're mounted up. I still need to pull the protective film off of them, put the cowl back on, put the windshield wipers back on. I've got the wire running to the battery. It's protected with wire loom. Got this protected with wire loom. Like I said, still need to figure out what to do with the extra wire. Clean everything up, put everything back together. This is the switch I made. So I drilled a hole right there. Made that little, put that little button right there for the switch. Like I said, eventually I'm gonna get a spod, and then I'll run about 6 to 8 switches off of that, and it'll be one pillar of switches for all the accessories, the lights, the winch, the lockers, things like that. So we're gonna clean everything up, get it together, and then we're gonna test them out. Alright guys, moment of truth here. I'm gonna see if it powers on before I put everything back together. See? They are not on. let's diagnose what's going on here. So I've got power to the power switch. That's on. Alright, I'll put this down, figure out what's going on. Alright, so we got it figured out. The other switch I had, something wasn't working with it because I switched to the other one and it fired right up. So something's wrong with the other switch. It may require different type of wiring. Which kind of sucks because I really wanted to use that switch because I like how it looks. But either way, now they're working. So I'll show you guys. So this is the switch it comes with, just a generic on-off switch. They are really bright though. They are freaking bright. So once it gets dark out, we'll take it out, get some footage of it at night. Other than that, it went pretty smooth once I figured out the switch problem, but now I just got to put everything back together and show you some night clips. Alright, so it's finally nighttime. I'm going to show you guys what the LEDs look like. I've already turned them on once. I definitely need to turn the angles up on them. They're a little bit pointed down towards the hood, but you can still get the overall idea of how much they light up the road. So it'll be nice because I live on back roads and I don't have fog lights anymore. And there's no street lights out here. So it'll definitely help brighten up the road at night. There's a lot of deer. We live in Colorado, so there's deer crossing all the time. There's always live animals. There's people walking out at night, so it'll definitely be more safe to have these on when I'm on the back roads, as long as no one's coming towards me, obviously, because you don't want to blind the other drivers. And then if we go night wheeling, that will obviously help tremendously because it'll light up the trail. So it'll be pretty fun. Alright, so this is with the regular headlights on, not the high beams. And we'll go ahead and turn the LEDs on. So you can see they brighten up the road quite a bit. You can also see that they are pointed on the hood a little too much, so I need to angle them up. And then this is with the brights on. Not a huge difference because the stock Jeep headlights suck. And we'll turn off the lights real quick and do straight LED. And so those are the LED pods by themselves. And then this is with the headlights on. Alright guys, let me know what you think.